This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes, creators of the world's best repair manuals. Fix your car or truck the right way with our accurate and reliable information at your side. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete online manual at Haynes.com.
Engine oil and filter change. Caution, be careful not to touch the hot exhaust components. Start the engine and allow it to reach normal operating temperatures. Oil and sludge flow more easily when warm. Park on a level surface and shut off the engine once it is warm. Open the door and pull the hood release lever located just above the driver's side kick panel. Slide the hood safety latch to the left, then raise the hood upwards. Release the hood prop rod from the clip on the right side of the engine compartment and place the prop rod into its slot in the hood. Remove the oil filler cap from the valve cover to allow the oil to flow more easily. Open the door and apply the handbrake. Chock the rear wheels to prevent the vehicle from rolling. Place a floor jack under the reinforced area of the rocker panel seam. Raise the front of the vehicle and then support it with a jack stand placed under the rocker panel seam. On the opposite side, place a floor jack under one side of the body just in front of the notched area of the rocker panel flange, then support it with a jack stand placed in the notched area. Open the door and apply the handbrake. Chock the rear wheels to prevent the vehicle from rolling. Place a floor jack under the reinforced area of the rocker panel seam. Raise the front of the vehicle and then support it with a jack stand placed under the rocker panel seam. On the opposite side, place a floor jack under one side of the body just in front of the notched area of the rocker panel flange, then support it with a jack stand placed in the notched area. Remove the screws from the front and rear of the cover, then use a trim tool to remove the plastic fasteners in the middle of the cover and lower the under-engine cover from the vehicle. Wearing protective gloves is highly recommended. Being careful not to touch the hot exhaust components, loosen the engine oil drain plug, then position a drain pan to catch the oil. Clean the area around the plug, then remove it completely by turning it counterclockwise by hand and pulling it straight out. Allow the old oil to drain into the pan. Once the oil has completely drained, clean the drain plug and the opening on the oil pan. Reinstall the drain plug and turn it clockwise by hand, then torque it to the proper specs. Position the drain pan under the engine oil filter. Using a ratchet with an extension to remove the plug from the bottom of the oil filter housing, be careful to minimize the inevitable spillage. Install the drain fitting attachment, which comes with your new filter, and allow the oil to drain into the pan. Once the filter is drained, remove the drain fitting attachment. Unscrew the main oil filter housing with an oil filter wrench by turning it counterclockwise. Once the filter is loose, use your hand to unscrew it from the block. Immediately tilt the open end up to prevent the remaining oil inside the filter from spilling out. Using a clean rag, wipe off the mounting surface on the engine block. Also, be sure that none of the old gasket remains stuck to the mounting surface. If necessary, it can be removed with a scraper. Remove the filter and the large O-ring from the housing. Then use a clean rag to wipe off the filter housing. Install the new O-ring into the filter housing, making sure it's centered in the groove in the housing. Install a new filter into the housing, then press the filter downwards. It should snap into place. Install a new plug O-ring in the bottom of the filter housing. Once the O-rings are installed, lubricate them with some clean engine oil. Screw the filter assembly back onto the engine with your hand. Using a filter wrench, tighten the filter assembly securely to the proper torque setting. Install the filter housing drain plug and tighten to the specified torque setting. Clean the bottom of the filter housing, then remove all tools and materials from under the vehicle and dispose of the old oil in a responsible manner. Place the under-engine cover onto the vehicle and align the fastener openings, installing one of the fasteners to hold the cover in place. Then install the remaining fasteners. Tighten fasteners securely. Raise one side of the vehicle at a time, remove the jack stands, and lower the front of the vehicle to the ground. Raise one side of the vehicle at a time, remove the jack stands, and lower the front of the vehicle to the ground. Pull out the oil dipstick and wipe all of the oil away from the end with a clean rag or paper towel. Place a funnel in the oil filler opening in the valve cover. Using the funnel to prevent spills, pour 5 quarts of the correct type of fresh oil into the engine, then wait a few minutes to allow the oil to drain into the pan. Insert the clean dipstick all the way into the tube until it seats, then pull it out again, and note the oil at the end of the dipstick. Once the oil level is between the minimum and maximum marks on the crosshatch, fully insert the dipstick. Start the engine and allow the new oil to circulate at idle for about a minute. While the engine is running, look under the vehicle and check for leaks at the oil pan drain plug and around the oil filter in the engine compartment. If either one is leaking, stop the engine and tighten the plug or filter until it is secure. Turn off the engine and wait a few minutes. With the new oil circulated and the filter now completely full, recheck the level on the dipstick and add more oil as necessary through the filler cap to bring the level up to the max mark. Fully insert the dipstick and reinstall the filler cap. Tighten it securely by hand. Oil change / oil life indicator reset. For models with monochrome displays, switch the display to the trip meter, then turn the ignition switch to the lock position. While pressing the display button, turn the key to the on position, but do not start the engine or reset mode will be cancelled. Continue to hold the button until the trip meter displays 000000 and the maintenance required light will turn off. For models with color displays, press the left or right arrow of the meter control switches and select the gear symbol on the multi-information display. Press the up or down arrow on the meter control switches and select meter settings, then press the enter symbol. Press the up or down arrow of the meter control switches and select scheduled maintenance, then press the enter symbol. Once in the scheduled maintenance screen, select yes, then press the enter symbol and the maintenance required light will turn off.